Boom, bam. Thank you guys for subscribing. Over and out. Real food versus supplements. That's going to be the topic for today. This is one of the most often debates that I heard on the internet. Which one is better? I will tell you right away that real food, of course, is better, but supplements are also not trash as well. They're really great if you know how to use them. Let's speak about this today. By the way, my name is Boris Kish and welcome to my channel. So when I was young and when I was preparing for the contests, I was always taught by advanced and experienced competitors and people who are going in the gym, especially when I was junior, even later, that real food is the best. Nothing can replace real food, which is, by the way, partially true. I mean, the best is if you can eat chicken breasts, turkey breasts, salmon, fish, eggs, egg whites, oatmeal, potatoes, broccoli. You know the story. I mean, this is without a doubt the best option. But, I mean, if you have to eat 6 meals per day and if you have already some kind of allergic reaction, as I do know some IFBB pros that have that, maybe you're not able to put that huge amount of meat, I mean, of protein from animal sources inside of your system. And this is what I learned over the years, because, eating 6 times per day is really exhausting, especially if you're not a beginner, especially if you're in this sport for, let's say, 20 plus years like I am. Can you use additional supplements as a meal replacements? I would say personally, my subjective opinion is yes, you can. You can always take whey protein instead of the real food and real meal. What does that mean? First of all, choose which protein are you using. You have 3 types of proteins. I don't want to get into the science to confuse you. You have whey concentrate, isolate, and hydrolysate. Concentrate is the cheapest, and it's not bad if you cannot afford the better one, but it takes much longer time until it gets into the system. It has a lot of lactose inside and it digests much harder. The medium one that I would definitely recommend, that's the one that I usually take when I take, is the isolate. And the best one is the hydrolysate, that is really like a premium protein, but it costs a lot. I was taking it in my life for some short period of my preparation past, because it costs a lot. I was not able to afford it. I mean, that was the reason. And if you are taking whey protein instead of the meal, you can always take it, let's say, with 1 banana, 1 little spoon of peanut butter. You can put some fruits inside, and this is also a fantastic meal replacement. But that doesn't mean that I'm now suggesting that you replace real food with protein powder. I didn't say that, and I will never say that. But if you cannot eat so many times per day, yes, you can take whey protein powder instead of the real food. I personally love when I take protein powder immediately when I wake up. I take protein powder with maybe 1 banana, and then I do my morning workout. I like to take protein powder immediately after my workout. And I like to take protein powder when I feel hungry and I do not want to overload my stomach before the bedtime. I take whey protein before my sleep. And that way I take around 150 to 250 grams of protein per day just from the powder. That doesn't mean that I'm not eating real meals between, if you understand me. And I have to tell you that I know a person who is an IFBB Elite Pro, and he is definitely an IFBB Pro potential, who has enormous amount of knowledge, and he was preparing many times because of his digestional problems on whey protein, and he looked always amazing. I mean, he had veins all over his abdominals, glutes. He was fully ripped. So I mean, unless you are somebody who is really an IFBB pro and who is hitting to be top 10 at the Olympia or to win an IFBB pro contest, you can take whey protein all the way till you are 5% of body fat. If you, as I said, if really bodybuilding is your only profession, you're making money only from contests and other things that are connected with your stage presentation, yes, then supplements are not the best choice. But if you're somebody who really wants to get contest ready and ripped, and who doesn't have maybe time and who cannot digest so much protein from food 5-6 times per day, yes, you can take supplements. Also, beside the whey protein, I would recommend glutamine. Glutamine is something that really helped me when I was dieting, when I took 20 grams on empty stomach. I definitely felt that my hunger was suppressed. It helps amazingly if you're somebody who takes oral anabolics, that I'm not recommending, by the way, to anybody. And it really gives me much better pump during the workout if I took glutamine before the workout with beta-alanine and maybe creatine as well. So those are those two supplements that I'm recommending. As I said, the final conclusion is, yes, you can take whey protein instead of the meal with real food, without any doubt, by my personal recommendation. If you want to listen to what I said, and if you trust me, of course, I'm trying to tell you the truth, what definitely worked for me during my bodybuilding career. But that doesn't mean that you're supposed to be lazy and put whey inside of you because you're lazy to prepare your own meals, or because you are going to the gym just to get the looks, but you're not doing it with passion and you're not enjoying the whole process. That's the final conclusion. Tell me what you think about this. Tell me what works for you better, real food or additional supplements. Please like and subscribe this channel, and tell me what would you like me to talk about to you in the next episode. Till next time. Bye.